Well, 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 what a glorious day to be alive. Hold on. Wait a minute. Wait, before we get started, hold on. Because I wanted to change shirts, but something I want to confirm is I want to make sure that I am not wearing. Okay, thank God. Okay, whew, I had to look back at my previous stream because I had to make sure I wasn't wearing the same shirt I did during the last session. But we're good now. We're good now. Good to see you, Psycho. Good to see you, Skip. Let's go ahead and get started, shall we? Yo, peoples! Kyushu92 here, and welcome back to yet another live reading of Sakamoto Days. In the last volume, we got introduced to Taro Sakamoto, basically the John Wick of this entire series. And even though he's grown, even though he got married, he has a daughter, he runs a grocery store, apparently ever since he left the hitman assassin business, they're trying to send other assassins after him to kill him because you can't leave this without, repercussions. You can't leave and live. And every attempt on his life has failed because Sakamoto is, for lack of a better word, broken. This man is capable of just doing feat, and even though he's overweight, which he can also get rid of if he wants to go back to his original size, which is scary, by the way. He's incredibly powerful, incredibly fast. No one has been able to get an official drop on him. He even gets kicked in the face, and he just gets up without a single scratch. And everything he does is with absolute precision and skill, and it's ridiculous. We also got Shin and Lu, who are two new people who joined with him after certain antics, so now that's going on. And now we're here after the realization that people want to kill Sakamoto. They all think about laying low, but his wife Aoi and their daughter Hana, they want to go to an amusement park. So now they gotta protect Sakamoto's family while assassins are trying to kill him the entire time. And now, last we left off, Shin was about to face off against one of these assassins that basically killed another assassin, because there's also a rule that Sakamoto can't kill anyone, otherwise his wife is going to divorce him. So they got to take out all these assassins without killing them, but one assassin is killing all the other assassins who failed to kill him. So now we got Shin fighting this guy on a roller coaster the last time we left off. So let us begin! Today's Mr. Sakamoto's day off. Also, we are here with Chapter 8, or Days 8, as they name it here, which is of, obviously, Volume 2. And the chapters we are going to be actually going through is Chapters 8 all the way down to 16. So yeah, it's going to be a pretty long one today. But let's continue. Today's Mr. Sakamoto's day off. I'm working overtime to cover for him. Is that some kind of appeal? Because this dude likes saying, is that some kind of appeal or something? So I don't know if he used to be a lawyer or what. Is that some kind of appeal? No matter how hard I try, I can't seem to read this guy's thoughts. He's probably the type that moves before thinking. And then the guy is not saying anything, and then Shin realizes, whoa! That the roller coaster is still very much active on the tracks that they're on. And they both jump out of the way of this roller coaster that they're fighting on. Figured it out, eh? Figured it out, huh? And then he throws some knives at Shin. And we get the title for this chapter. Days 8, Showtime. Throwing knives? I can't avoid them. And while he's in the air, he tries to lean his body out of the way. But then something else goes towards his, one of these knives actually hits him in the leg. Crap! And then all of a sudden he starts shaking. Yeah, he starts shaking and he starts seeing after images and his vision starts blurring. Poison! My eyes! Pretty potent, huh? It's my own proprietary blend. Pretty potent, huh? It's my own proprietary blend. Well, you're probably gonna die. How do you feel?
Shut up, idiot. You don't know what's going to happen.
Just as I thought. I knew it earlier when I saw Sakamoto. Those are the eyes of a loser. He's afraid to die. He was not here for the past 7 chapters.
What?
When a person isn't prepared to face death, you can see it in their eyes. Did you know that the more a person fixates on living, the weaker they become? And he just starts biting his fingernails. PSA, don't bite your fingernails. It's not good. It's not good for you. A fear of death dulls your ability to make instantaneous decisions. You too. You were afraid of those. You were afraid of those knives, so you let one graze you. I see you're complete.
I see. You're completely delusional. You think Mr. Sakamoto's afraid to die? Of course he is! Mr. Sakamoto's in the middle of a super tough mission, dedicating his life to protecting his family! By the way, a person who's got something to protect will fight more desperately.
You can barely see at this point, right? He's kind of pathetic how desperate your appeals are. He's still on this appeals kick. It's kind of pathetic how desperate your appeals are.
It doesn't matter if I can see or not. In any case, there's only one way out of this.
And he's standing there. And he senses another roller coaster running towards him. Hup! Just when this was getting good. Huh? What's he doing? And it shows Shin didn't like fully jump over the coaster, but he did a low jump. A low jump? Wait, no. As it shows Shin using the speed of the roller coaster to speed towards this assassin and manages to grab him. Huh? Huh? And they both start going down the deep dive.
Nice!
Nice! This is interesting! So now what?
Don't ask me!
As Shin tries to punch him, and then the guy dodges, and then he spits something at Shin, and it embeds it, and I guess it's like another spike or something? Yeah, it's like a poison spike, and he spits it at Shin, and it gets into his shoulder.
Gah! Think there must be some way to get the upper hand!
Yo, watch where you're going! What? What's taking everyone so long?
Hey, should we try that ride? I'm hungry! Yum! Ice cream!
I'm tired. Hey, the show's starting soon. Text the out. Yep, there we go. Going back to it. Hey, the show's starting soon. Text the others.
Whoops, we got separated. I want a balloon!
Oh, Takun, you're never paying attention. Popcorn, so good, honey. And as Shin is trying to focus, but all these thoughts are just, like just like going through his head right now. And as this assassin tries to take out his knife to stab Shin just bum rushes him, still on the roller coaster, mind you, and they both go sailing off of the end of it. Mind you, there's a sharp turn where the roller coaster goes, but Shin and this guy, they both go sailing off the end towards the ground below, much to this guy's surprise. And then we have this presentation with someone going,
uh-oh, Sugar's in danger! We need the power of your cheers!
And then there's a creaking sound as apparently this Power Ranger looking dude, this Power Ranger looking dude is going like, huh? And then there's a crash as both Shin and this assassin land on stage. This whole big Sugar Park, this mascot presentation that's going on right now. Well, I wasn't expecting this. Where did you come from? We're doing a show here. Shut up, or I'll kill you. And then a person in a bunny suit comes up behind this Power Ranger looking guy and goes,
I can see much better here. Round 2. You're in for it now.
What are you talking about? You're still blind. So you want to put on a slaughter show for the kiddies? As he starts licking these knives licking these kunai, these knives that he's got in between his fingers. And then Shin in this bunny suit proceeds to just punch him directly in the face.
It's Sugar Rabbit! It's Sugar's Rabbit Punch!
What?
Come on, everyone! Cheer for Sugar!
And then all the kids are just like thinking this is a show. They start cheering as Shin starts fighting this guy.
Sugar! Sugar! Sugar!
And then Shin grabs his arm.
Rabbit?
Rabbit right uppercut!
And this dude is getting punched all over. This assassin that had no trouble dodging Shin before is just getting decked all over. How can he move like that? It's like he can see. And while this is going on, we get people who are in the back of the auditorium as the show is going on, and we get Aoi and Hana, you know, Sakamoto's wife and daughter.
Wow, this is really exciting. Like a K1 fight. It's pretty realistic, isn't it, honey?
And Sakamoto is completely silent because he's watching.
Look, Daddy's super into it. He's like a kid.
And then Sakamoto's just going, right, left counter, crouch, down, crouch down, jab, his guard's up, body, move a step. He is, oh, now we know how Shin is able to fight this guy inside of a full-on, that is so good. Now we know how he's able to fight this assassin. Sakamoto is instructing him exactly what to do. Shin is still affected by the poison. He's in this mascot costume, so his peripheral vision is horrible, but Sakamoto is just silently watching from the crowd, telepathically telling him, do all of this stuff, and that's how this dude's getting beat up. Ooh, I like this. Left counter, forward a step, now low. And then it cuts to this assassin going, what's going on? How did the poison wear off so fast? It's not just that he can see. He's reading my every move. He's moving like a completely different person. What's with the sudden appeals? You're standing out too much. As he goes to hit Shin, like by slashing him across the face, at least slashing across the mascot's face. And it shows that Shin, from this entire time, has had his eyes, he had his eyes closed. His eyes are closed? The end. And then Sakamoto just pushes up his glasses and goes, the end.
Deadly Dynamite Rabbit Shock!
And with a double kick, Shin sends this assassin flying, just completely downs him. And then the whole crowd is just cheering because it was such an amazing show. Yeah, everyone's cheering, going, yeah, Sugar! And then Sakamoto just goes, nice. At your service. Meanwhile, Lou is still on the roller coaster.
Huh? Shin, where are you?
Lou is still on the roller coaster. But that's the end of Chapter 8. Onwards to Chapter 9. Days 9, boiled and obiguro. Also, I forgot to say this at the beginning, but I also forgot to mention that this volume is called Volume 2 Hard Boiled. But Days 9, boiled and obiguro.
Come on, hurry. Just do it.
If you move, I'll miss.
Hurry!
And this is Shin having Lou put something in his eye. And it looks like a eye drop? Looks like eye drops.
Ah! No, don't be such a baby. It's just an eye drop. We still have to do the other eye.
And then it's just Sakamoto there with them and the other assassin that's been bound up.
Good thing he had the antidote on him.
Well, that's standard practice for someone who works with poisons.
Who hired you?
If I tell you, will you let me go?
Is this your poison knife?
Huh?
What are you?
And then Lou takes the dude's poison knife and just stabs him in the shoulder. She just stabs him in the shoulder.
What are you doing? Ow.
I'm pouring out the antidote, 1 drop per second. Better talk before it's empty.
Blip, blip, blip.
Don't! I still need it for the other eye!
Why didn't they do the other eye? But then the dude speaks. I was hired by Donde Nikai. Oh wait, Donden Kai. Yeah. I was hired by Donden Kai Ltd. What does that mean? What does that mean for businesses? I was hired by Donden Kai Ltd, the assassin agency. It's a shady company that specializes in one-man operations when taking on risky jobs. Not that risky is much of a distinction when it comes to the black market world.
So much for your willingness to face death. Sure didn't take much to get you to talk.
Well, I don't actually want to die. This is just a gig as far as I'm concerned. I feel no special loyalty to the company.
Are you a Yam hitman?
Or is it Ya or is it JAA?
Are you a JAA hitman?
Of course.
What's JAA?
Huh? Oh, here. The Japanese Association of...
The Japanese Association of Assassins?
So it is JAA. Ja!
It's a professional organization for assassins.
And it shows, let's see, job request goes through the JAA, and then the fee goes to the assassins that get assigned. Then it makes its way back to the agency, and then the person gets paid and whatnot.
Mr. Sakamoto and I used to be in the JAA too. There are just under 400 professional assassins in Japan.
I wonder how many professional assassins live in the John Wick world, because there's gotta be thousands. All over just New York alone.
Looks like a driver's license. You could...
I think she's saying,
You're for sure not
what does that say? Hold on, I gotta zoom in. Photogenic.
You're for sure not photogenic.
It's not that easy to get. Give it back.
And then the dude's questions.
Can I ask you something? Is it true? The rumors that you're ex-order? Order? Okay, so it's not an urban legend.
There you all are. We've been looking for you.
And this is Aoi with Hannah.
We're starving. How about you? Hannah packed a lunch.
And then the dude's just quiet. And then Shin goes,
nice, there's a place to sit over there. Don't mess with us again. You got it? I took all your weapons.
And then the dude is confused, like, huh?
You're really not gonna kill me?
Of course not. We came to this amusement park to have fun. And then the dude is just dumbfounded by the fact that they're just gonna leave him alive. Also, Snow, I know you showed up. Please accept my apologies for not saying hi to you. You know, Psycho, Skip, Snow, it's good to see all of you. And as this is going, Hannah runs back over to the assassin guy, and she puts a... Oh, she's precious! No, she's precious! We must protect her! We must protect this girl! We must protect her with our lives! She just goes over and just puts a little band-aid with a heart on his skull, on one of his little wounds. She just puts a little band-aid on his... We must protect this little girl. She just puts a band-aid on his arm and goes,
You were great in the show today. Bye-bye.
and then Aoi goes,
Come on, Hannah.
and then the dude is all like, oh, right.
Did you tell him? Yes.
What a bunch of goofs. And then he takes a spare knife out as if he's preparing to cut his own ropes. And then he just tosses the knife away going, what's the point anyway? Guess I'll hit one more roller coaster and go home. Wow, he literally lost the will to try and assassinate them. He just, all because of this little girl. Oh, lost the will to fight. And then it cuts back to Sakamoto and company, and they're eating at a food cafe. What's wrong?
I think that antidote made me kind of woozy. I might not be able to read thoughts right now.
What? So much for our danger detector.
This has never happened to me before.
Let's head home, boss. This is dangerous.
Sorry to let you down.
And then Aoi is walking up behind them. And she's looking at them curiously.
What's wrong, Mama? Hey, everyone.
And then they're all looking at Aoi, and she goes,
You're all acting kind of weird today. Are you hiding something? Everything okay?
and if you see me pausing and I'm looking at text, it's because I got this thing kind of semi full screen, and there can be some like smaller text underneath certain speech bubbles.
Are you hiding something? Everything okay?
And then Lou, Shin, and Sakamoto both get really defensive.
Huh?
And then we got to two more people who show up at the amusement park.
Gosh, I hate clouds. Let's get this over with and go home.
Idiot, this game ain't no bed of roses. We're going hard-boiled. And we got two new people who are showing up. A woman wearing like a short shorts and a tube top with cat-like eyes and a bob haircut and some shades and a striped suit jacket, wearing heels without socks in them. I don't know how women do that. How y'all gonna wear heels without socks or any sort of protective footwear like socks and stuff underneath heels? I don't know how that will never register for me. But there's this woman here, and then there's another dude with a scar across his cheek, wearing shades, a beanie, what looks to be a like what you would call a Hawaiian shirt, but instead of like pineapples and palm trees and the like, or elements of a Hawaiian tropical shirt, it's just speckled with grenades all over it. And he's got like what looks to be prayer beads next to each pocket, baggy pants, and some I want to say Nikos, not Nikes, but some Nikos. Cause I'm gonna let that one go. And he's just chilling and he's smoking.
Oh, quit acting like you're so great. Who told you? Who do you think you are? Boiled? That's emotional abuse, you know.
Hey!
What?
Watch where you're walking, Obiguro. Oh. Hard-boiled and Obiguro. It's not just a title, it's the name of these people. Hard-boiled and Obiguro. Watch where you're walking, Obiguro. Ants.
What?
The only life we take is our targets. That's my motto.
Huh. You think you're so great. That was hot.
Like, she's saying out loud, you think you're so good, and in her mind is all like,
Whew. So hard-boiled.
this is like a situation with Senior Pink during Dressrosa. Hey!
What?
Are those heels bothering you? Want to take a rest?
How sweet.
And then it cuts back to the assassin guy who had the knives. And he starts washing his hands inside of a bathroom. And then Hard-Boiled and Obiguro are suddenly in there with him. If something's weighing on you, you can talk with me, Tatsu. Ah, his name is Tatsu. Thought I... Hold on. I will not be stepping away again. Well, I can't guarantee that because I got lunch on the way. But Hard Boiled is in this room. Sorry, I had to check because there was something going on out there and I had to double check with that. Sorry about that. But Hard Boiled is in the room with this guy and we find out his name is Tatsu. If something's weighing on you, you can talk with me, Tatsu. And before Tatsu, you know, the guy that had the knives and the poison, before he can fully turn around, Obiguro takes his head and slams him on the ground and proceeds to just sit on his back.
Where do you think you're going, Ta-chan?
Or I could just give her a southern voice as well. Yeah, I could just give her a southern voice as well.
Where do you think you're going, Ta-chan?
You know, with the goings and everything. I associate when people say like, if something's weighing on you, you can talk with me. I kind of associate that with like a southern drawl and stuff like that.
Where do you think you're going, Ta-chan? Ta-chan?
Yeah. Would you get off, old hag? You're super heavy.
Huh, you haven't changed. Same old smart mouth brat.
Hey!
What?
You're a lady. Don't sit with your legs spread open. Ah! Like, where am I supposed to look, you know?
I like this guy. I like him.
A lady?
Tch. Mr. Hot-Boiled and Miss Obiguro. What do you want? Oh, just came to wipe your butt, that's all. Sheesh, I feel like a chaperone on a field trip.
If we hadn't shown up, you would have been sacked yourself. Literally.
Yeah, thanks.
Well, this is fun. I'm looking forward to meeting the legendary Taro Sakamoto.
Right, you've never met him before. Huh, makes my scar ache.
Oh, was Sakamoto the one that gave him the scar?
Wait, is that Scar? Is Sakamoto?
No, I failed a couple of days ago.
Huh?
The way he was sounding made it seem like Sakamoto was the one who gave him the scar, but he's all like, no, I got the scar from falling. This dude talks like Crocus. You think he's about to say something major, and then he's all like, hey! And then it just zooms in more further and further, and he goes like, never mind. He's like that. And then Tatsu is all like,
their banner might seem a little like a light-hearted appeal, but 2 years ago, this pair slaughtered more than 200 people at the Ronrico incident. They're the powerhouse duo of the Don Denkai.
They killed 200 people.
Those two are dead.
And this is Tatsu thinking about Shin and Sakamoto. Then we get back to the amusement park. And we get back to the conversation with Aoi.
What are you talking about? We're not hiding anything. Oh, I know. You didn't get enough lunch, so you're not feeling well, right? Daddy, you're not having fun? We feel great, and we're having a blast. He was having so much fun, he fell out of the roller coaster.
And then Sakamoto's nodding furiously to the point where his chin fat is flopping in the air. It's just like,
Oh, guess I was wrong then.
Now what? Kinda hard to bail at this point.
Well, we are in a bright open space.
Oh wait, this is Sakamoto going, well, we are in a bright open space.
Yeah, not prime conditions for an assassination. We know where we want to go to next.
And this is Aoi.
Sure, wherever you like. Here.
And she points over to a place that is basically a haunted house. The Hospital of Terror. You know, as they all go,
prime assassination conditions!
We're in a bright, open space. Yeah, not prime conditions for an assassination.
Honey, I want to go in that haunted house building over there.
Prime location for assassinations!
His wife is just making this so difficult. And then we have this woman going,
Welcome to the Hospital of Terror. The souls of patients carved up by a mad doctor haunt these halls.
and Sakamoto and company are just like, I can't believe this. We're in here. And this woman, who's doing a very good job being a spooky undead nurse, is just escorting them through this place. And then now he's going,
My heart's pounding. Careful now. No one has ever made it out alive. Impressive decorations. Enjoy your journey.
and then it cuts to Lou and everyone else turning on flashlights, or she's oh no, Shin has a flashlight while Lou is apparently popping open a bottle of something. What's that?
Anti-anxiety meds.
Freak. So she literally has some meds in order to keep her from being like overly nervous. And while that's going on, someone is standing deep in the background behind Shin and Sakamoto. But they're also being watched on the camera as Obiguro and Hard Boiled are watching them. All right, I'm in the mood for some splatter horror. And that's the end of chapter 9. Onwards to chapter... Maybe those heels have memory foam? Dude, I don't know. No. This brain is not... The space up in here is not meant for knowing about women's footwear. It is not meant for that. Also, I noticed that I was kind of hunched over reading this. I apologize. I need to be sitting up. No, my brain is not meant for anything that is related to women's footwear at all. So I'm not even going to even worry about it. But that's the end of chapter 9. Onwards to chapter 10. Days 10. Hard boiled. And then we got one of these guys, one of the people that works at this haunted house going, like a undead zombie, and well, Lou can't handle it because she's screaming. Screaming out as loud as she can. And then Aoi and Hannah, they're kind of, shrieking as well, but they're going along with it. But Lou is having a hard time. She's having a hard time.
Wow, so this is Japan's longest running haunted house. It's really well done.
Interesting. The concept is an abandoned hospital.
Gah! And then it cuts to Shin, who's speaking to Sakamoto.
Well, your family's happy, so that's good.
Don't let your guard down. There could be enemies everywhere.
Right. Of course.
And as that happens, Shin gets jumped by someone right behind him with a scalpel, and he dodges out of the way. He dodges out of the way, and then Aoi goes,
Eek! Another zombie!
An enemy!
And then Sakamoto jumps up, and what does he have? What is that, a spoon? No, he's clashing. No, he's clashing. He's clashing with the zombie, and before his wife can even look in that direction, he blocks the scalpel and proceeds to punch this guy directly in the face to the point where the guy isn't even moving anymore. He paralyzes man standing.
Huh? It stopped moving.
Feigning fear while standing in his wife's blind spot. Clever.
Because he pretends to be surprised. Like, he pretends to, I think he's the one who says, eek. Eek! 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 Yeah, I'm trying to find the right voice for eeking. Eek! And then he pretends, and then he beats the guy up, and then the dude is still paralyzed standing there. And then it cuts to, yeah, it was a person. See, when it said it stopped moving, I half expected it to be like a very well done animatronic, but it turns out no, this is This is a person because Sakamoto hands something to Shin, and it's an assassin license. So that dude was an assassin as well.
An assassin's license. Another newly licensed rookie. If this is the best they've got, we have nothing to worry about.
If this is the best they've got. And as this is going on, they're still being watched by Hardboiled and Obiguro.
He doesn't move well for a big dude. Now I want to see him go all out for real. Just imagining it gives me the shivers.
And she's, I guess putting on, what do you call it? Mascara? Whatever you put on, whatever women do to make their eyelashes look even bigger. I don't know what that's called. And she's just putting some more on her eyes while Hardboiled is just chilling. The dude's got a whole bunch of smokes. He's got like a hand grip thing. It looks like he's got a, what is that? What is that? Is that a book? Is that tequila? He got a whole bunch to drink. I don't want you messing with him. I'm gonna go hard-boiled on him.
Would you quit making noise with that thing? You should do something about your need to work out whenever you get stressed. Don't worry, I'm happy to let you take him. He's your special friend, right?
And then it cuts to him, basically snapping off this bottle. It cuts to him snapping off the top of this bottle, and he just starts chugging the juice.
That jerk's no friend of mine.
And then he just burps.
No friend of. I'll never forget that day.
Japan Cleaner Creation, JCC, Assassin Training School. There's a school. There's a school for assassin training. Wasn't trying to sound like a creep, my bad. Psycho, you're fine. You're fine. It's just that I don't think about it that often, and I'm not even really that curious, to be quite honest with you. You're fine. But there's an assassin school. See, this actually goes beyond John Wick when I think about it, because when it comes to kids becoming assassins, it's like they get accepted into like this theater troupe, or at least the one that John went to. But there's a whole school dedicated to this. Japan Cleaner Creation, JCC, Assassin Training School. Yo, you're Sakamoto, right? Boiled, 15 years old. And Sakamoto, who is at the gun range, and he's got earplugs in. This is before he started wearing glasses, but he still has that small tuft of hair draping over his face. Sakamoto, 14. I hear you're super strong, and that you really worked over my pal in after-school training. I wonder what kind of guy you were. And Sakamoto isn't speaking. Dude, don't worry, I'm not here to get revenge or nothing. You're hard-boiled, ain't you? I like you.
We had a lot in common.
Apologies to everyone. Apologies to everyone. It is a very busy day today. So going back to it, I gotta go back a whole page just to continue with the continuity. I'll probably edit this using YouTube's editor later. Just cut out the entire quiet moment in between once this is done processing, so that way you can just go straight to it. But going back to Sakamoto and Boyle, I hear you're super strong, and that you really worked over my pal in after-school training. I wonder what kind of guy you were. And Sakamoto doesn't answer him. Don't worry, I'm not here to get revenge or nothing. You're hard-boiled, ain't you? I like you. And then, narration. We had a lot in common, especially that hard-boiled thing. Pretty soon we were around each other a lot, even outside of class and assignments. Out in the regular world, they're celebrating Oh wait, this is hard-boiled still. This is boiled still. Out in the regular world, they're celebrating Valentine's Day today. And then Sakamoto is just silently enjoying his food. Too bad a couple of hard-boiled guys like us ain't never gonna get chocolate from no girl.
Excuse me, Mr. Sakamoto? This is for you. I molded these chocolates from the bullet casings of your favorite .44 Magnum.
And then hard-boiled is just left awestruck as Sakamoto goes throughout his life and go throughout his day, and he sees Sakamoto getting all these gifts. Getting all these gifts, all of these chocolates, and then someone is rolling an entire box full of chocolates over, going, "Oh, it's what's his face, Nagumo." It's Nagumo going, "Sakamoto, look at all these chocolates from the girls in the assassin department." Nagumo, who's this? Don't know. Oh wait, don't know. Oh, if you want some chocolate, you can have it. He doesn't even know Boyle's name. He's all like, this man injected himself into Sakamoto's life, and Sakamoto doesn't even know who he is. He's all like, oh, we were, it's like saying like, oh, you like One Piece? I like One Piece. We're buds. And then you start following this person around, and they don't even see you as worthy of notice, and they're just going about their day, and you're just situating yourself next to them, and they really don't even know you're alive. This is that whole situation with hard-boiled. Bruh, you put yourself in this situation. The man has never spoken a word to you or addressed you in any way until now. Who's this? Don't know. Oh, if you want some chocolate, you can have it. I didn't take any from the girls in the poison department, though.
Hey, are you in line for the gym?
And then we cut back to the present. I thought we were two of a kind, but he wasn't hard-boiled after all.
So, you resent him based on a misunderstanding? So, this job is to settle an old score. That's exciting.
No! I ain't got no grudge!
He's playing it tough. That's cute.
And then it cuts back to Sakamoto and Shin and Lou as they're still going through the hospital.
How many assassins are hiding in this theme park?
All the manpower must be expensive.
Can we go home yet?
And then it cuts to Hannah.
It's fun that there's so many zombies. I wonder what we'll see next.
That's Mr. Sakamoto's daughter for you. She's not a chicken like you.
Shut up!
What's that?
This? A traditional medicine of the Lu family that wards off evil spirits.
And she's got like the drunk buzz haze over her cheeks.
Medicine my butt? That's booze!
At a time like this? And then it cuts to some knocking at a door. Yeah, it cuts to some knocking at a door behind him.
Ching, 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 ching. Ching! Quit making such a ruckus. Ah! She's not even hesitating.
And it's just a whole horde of zombies inside of this room, many of which have weapon in their hands. And then, while everyone looks terrified, Lou's just completely out of it because first of all, her tolerance for alcohol is really, really low because she is already hazed. And then Sakamoto just goes to work on everyone.
We're being overwhelmed.
Her tickles.
And it shows the zombies making their way towards Aoi and Hana, and Sakamoto goes over there, and he gets clotheslined by Boiled and sent flying in the opposite direction. You clean up over there.
Will you quit bossing me around?
And then it shows something flying towards Boiled's face, and it's an assassin license. It's an assassin license that kind of cuts in the same spot as Boiled's scar. You know, the one that he got from Fallen a couple of days ago? Sakamoto throwing that license cuts him across that scar again. Not exactly perpendicular, but creates a brand new one. And then Sakamoto just spits out to the side and goes, "Move." Yo, Sakamoto, remember me? I don't remember you. Get lost. Where's my family?
What?
And Boiled is just like, what? And then we get Shin again, and he's facing off against Obiguro.
Yeah. Ow. Aoi, Hana, everyone okay?
Aw, I drew the short straw. I'm supposed to be satisfied with you, small fry?
Who are you?
And then all of a sudden, Lou comes flying in. Wow, she basically has a drunken fist like Rock Lee. She comes flying in and kicks Obiguro directly in the face without hesitation.
Huh? Come on, you old hag. I'll show you the essence of Tai Chi.
Drunken fist style?
Foo-yo!
And then it cuts to Sakamoto, who just starts crying. You know, when he starts cracking his shoulder, it's about to go down. But Lou goes,
I'll show you the essence of Tai Chi. Well, a lively one. You're giving me the shivers.
as she wipes the blood from her nose. And then Sakamoto starts, like, cracking his shoulder. Be prepared to experience hell. I'm gonna make you remember me. Not that I care. And he says that. He says, not that I care. He's crying. This man is crying that Sakamoto don't even remember him. Don't even know his name. He a grown man. He a grown man and he crying that Sakamoto don't remember him. He crying. And that's the end of the chapter. I love this series. He crying. But that's the end of chapter 10. Onwards to chapter 11, Days 11, Sakamoto versus Boiled. Ooh, this is a nice color cover page. We got Nagumo, we got Shin, Lou, and Sakamoto. They're just chilling. And they were apparently painting. I like this. And it cuts to Boiled and Saka. And then it cuts to Lou and Obiguro with Shin. And mind you, Hana and Aoi are both, they're both, I guess, sleeping, because it doesn't look like they were knocked out. Hey, Sakamoto. I don't know if this is supposed to be a typo, but he calls him it says Sakamoto here. Hold on. Let me go back to the previous page. Does he call him Sakamoto in the last one? Okay, he does call him Sakamoto. You don't, yo Sakamoto, remember me? Okay, so this might be a typo where it says, hey, Sakamoto. Hey, Sakamoto. You really don't remember me? I don't. Where's my family? Well, I want you to know, I barely remember you either.
Answer the question. If you've lost something, find it yourself. I'm not your mom.
Brother, you literally just gave us a story about how you met Sakamoto and how this is revenge for basically him not remembering or knowing who you were in the first place. What you mean I barely remember you? What you mean I barely remember you? You just told us when you first met him. You know who he is.
If you lost something, find it yourself. I'm not your mom.
And then Sakamoto goes to punch him, and then something flies towards Sakamoto, and it's like a mini explosive that apparently Boiled is capable of spitting out of his mouth. I don't even know what that is. And he spits it back in his hand as Sakamoto, unfazed from having something explode in his face. Mind you, he turns his head away, but I don't know if I don't know about you, but whenever I see an explosive go off near a person's head in video games, I do not look that up in real life because who would? But from what I understand, explosives already carry a concussive force that is capable of, not only doing serious damage to a person's body, but if it's next to an appendage or body part that is already fragile to begin with, it is capable of basically just blowing that thing apart. So for Sakamoto to just merely turn his head away, this thing explode on his head, and him have absolutely nothing, no lasting marks on the side of his head at all, all that's left is just the smoke from the explosion, he's fine, because he goes in for a kick and Boyle dodges, and then Boyle throws more bombs his way. And they apparently also have rubber properties because they're now bouncing all around the room, and they all go towards Sakamoto. Like, they're bouncing all over, and they all wind up going all around Sakamoto as he goes, bombs. And Sakamoto just braces himself and just tanks these explosions. All of them. And while he's in the smoke, Boiled has a glove that also has many boosters. This man has an actual glove that gives him a rocket punch. It has like two small boosters on the end as he goes, and he goes to punch Sakamoto, who's on the ground right now.
You'd say it, Sakamoto.
As he punches Sakamoto's torso directly into the ground to the point where the hospital floor craters. And then we're back with Obiguro.
Did you hear that? It's begun.
And she just licks her lips. And while she's looking in one direction, Lou, still smiling, grabs her by the shoulder and goes,
"What are you looking at, you hag?"
And she tries to hit Obiguro, but Obiguro's gone. Obi's gone.
Nice try. That punch had just the right amount of oomph. Huh? But you'll need to do better.
As she just takes Lou's head and shakes it profusely to the point where Lou, who is already drunk, gets massive motion sickness and just falls to the ground.
I feel sick.
Lou!
Now, I could kill you losers instantly if I felt like it, but where's the thrill in that?
And Shin's just watching as he gets grabbed from all sides.
So,
what are you doing? Let me go!
And Lou's just still watching.
Seems you need a little motivation to get serious.
And Shin gets strapped to a hospital bed. And they, tape up and bound up his mouth as well.
Based on my experience, people reveal their real strength when they're freaked out.
And then it shows one of her henchmen with a mask and a chainsaw just going, and he starts shaking his head profusely like, and then Obi takes like an hourglass, like a sand hourglass, and flips it over.
The rules are simple. Every 10 seconds, you must attack me and make contact. If you fail to do so, they cut up the boy. The clock's ticking. 5 seconds left. Do you feel the thrill now?
Then there's a sniff, and Lou goes,
I can't do that. I'm sorry, Shin.
and then Obigudo goes,
A weepy drunk.
3 seconds left. Then we get back to Boiled and Sakamoto. It's been 5 years since you retired. Get it, Sakamoto? Yeah, it was definitely an error because he's back to Sakamoto here instead of Sakamoto. This is the difference of 5 years worth of experience. It's sad. Back in the day, you were the epitome of hard-boiled. And as he's saying this, Sakamoto gets up and he goes for a punch, but Boiled throws like there's a video out on YouTube of a dude with a triangle, and he's using these like high velocity bounce balls to do like these different rhythms with it, and his trajectory and understanding of angles and everything is just perfect. Take that concept, and Boyle takes one of these bombs and just rebounds it off the floor, against the wall, against the roof, against the adjacent wall, right towards Sakamoto. There's no use in struggling, because Sakamoto gets hit with another explosion. With my super ball bombs, SPB, and my rocket dynamite punches, RDP, I can get you at any distance from any angle. I was making a joke that it was a rocket punch. He actually calls it a rocket dynamite punch. I was making a joke. I can get you at any distance, from any angle. But you've forgotten that too, huh? How dorky. Hey, check this out, Sakamoto. Nagumo, I stuck some dynamite in here to utilize the propulsion from the explosion. Cool, right? Hey, that's interesting. What's it called? Rocket Dynamite Punch. RDP for short. And they're both just thinking, how dorky. You should call it Super Punch. Super? Hey, maybe I could use Super Balls. And Sakamoto is just looking at the papers that Boiled has in front. And he's not even interested. I looked up to you. You carried out every mission flawlessly. Girls gave you chocolate. But look at you now. I can't stand to see you this week. And it shows Boiled just trying to punch Sakamoto over and over. You know what you are now? You're half-baked! I can't say half these words because I don't use profanity. I'm just saying, I can't use them. You're half-baked! You can't even protect your family! You're nothing but a fatty! And he tries to go and punch Sakamoto in the face, and then we get a shot of Aoi, Hana, Lou, and Shin in Sakamoto's grocery store. And Sakamoto goes flying in the other direction because of this rocket punch. So long, Sakamoto. Farewell, my youth. And then he lights a cigarette, and then all of a sudden, this feeling starts to come over him in an instant. This feeling of, and he sees this vision of his entire body getting diced apart, both of his limbs getting cut off of his body, his head dislocated and severed from his shoulders, multiple blades sticking out of his chest. Potassium perchlorate, 10 grams. Potassium perchlorate, 10 grams. Picric acid, 4.8 grams. Y'all gonna get me with these names. Penterithrithol. Penterithrithol. Tetranitrate, 20 grams. Nitroglycol, 3.5 grams. And it just shows a slender figure a slender figure standing up right in the midst of the smoke with a lock of hair behind Boiled.
What is this sense of foreboding? Wait a minute. How does he know the composition of my bombs? Huh?
And Boiled is just sweating bullets. I remember you, Boiled. Starting now, I'm going all out. And it shows Sakamoto in his slim state, and he takes off his glasses. Woo! See, Sakamoto would have forgiven you if you stopped talking nonsense. If you stopped talking nonsense, he would have stopped. But as soon as you mentioned his family, he's all like, nah. Say less, all right? Say less. I'm about to get you now. Don't worry, I'm gonna get you. No. Sit down. Don't go nowhere. I'm about to get you. I'm gonna get you. You ain't got no option. I'm going to get you. So he brought on himself. He brought it on himself. And that's the end of chapter 11. Woo! Dragon Emperor, yo, what's up? Hopefully he's still here, but it's good to see you. Welcome to the stream. We are going through volume 2 of Sakamoto Days, and we just got done with chapter 11. Onwards to chapter 12. Days 12. Source of Strength. I'm sorry, Boiled. I'm ready to fight for real now. You know what? When he's fat, I'm gonna give him this type of voice. But when he's serious, I'm gonna give him this one. I'm sorry, Boiled. I'm ready to fight for real now.
I don't know what kind of stunt you're pulling, but just because you've lost some weight all of a sudden, you think you stand a chance now? Well, if you insist, then you should hurry up. Your family's in trouble right now, you know.
I'm not worried. Because I have family I trust.
Oh, really? So,
and before Boyle can even finish that sentence, you know how Lucci was looking in the direction of Luffy when he was going Gear 5, and then all of a sudden Lucci, who didn't even blink, is looking serious, and then he opens his eyes, and then Luffy is just suddenly in front of him? You know, bum, bum, bum. And the punch is right there in front of his face? Yeah. To think that Sakamoto did this before Luffy, yeah, he's just right in front of his face. Fast! And it shows Sakamoto punching Boiled straight out of the building. And then we cut back to Obiguro versus Lou.
Yikes! I'm so tired. Every 10 seconds, you must attack me and make contact. If you fail to do so, they cut up the boy.
I thought I was dead when she said that, but Lou's surprising me.
Come on, don't just keep running away. Come at me. 3, 2.
And then it cuts to Lou spinning around, and her long ponytail spins and slaps Obiguro directly in the face.
Oh, how lucky. How the clock rotates.
Please, take that seriously.
That hurt. Here's your payback. Emperor killing style karate secret technique. Heel drop.
That's a long name. Might want to think about shortening that.
Emperor killing style karate secret technique. Heel drop.
And she, lands a heel drop directly on Lou, and Lou gets bodied directly into the ground.
Lou!
Is that all you've got? Well, it was more than I expected. Blah!
And then Lou gets up again.
Huh? Shit, just now you were like, Lou! Crying out my name in such a shrill voice. Now she's a jolly drunk?
And then Lou is just like, and Obiguro tries to kick her, and Lou just dodges out of the way. Okay, now we got this full evasion now. She's just dodging out of the way of the kick, like leaning fully back, and then jumping over a kick, and then before she knows it, Lou is already up on her feet.
Please stop!
And then when Obiguro tries to punch her, Lou leans Oh, well, she actually tries to grab Lou's shirt and pull her forward, but Lou still dodges out of the way and, like, kind of lightly kisses the underside of her arm.
Reset.
And then,
Reset.
and then she flipped. Not only that, but Lou flips over the hourglass. I think it's Lou who flips over the hourglass. Yeah, I think Lou or someone else resets it. Because, yeah, they actually reset it. I guess one of her henchmen resets the hourglass because she made contact with her. And then proceeds to, while she's still leaning back, just kick straight upwards and hit Obi directly in the chin.
Bam! Nice. What's wrong? Come on! Make like you're actually trying to kill me! What? Kill? I don't kill. That's our family rule.
And then Shin, who's still bound up, is all like,
Lou,
Family rule? What are you talking about? It's a rule our family abides by. Shin, the boss, Mrs. Aoi, and Hana, they're all my dear family. What? But you're not at all related. The Sakamoto family is 3 people. What are you, stupid? Stupid?
and then Lou catches Obi's leg while she tries to kick her.
I've only been in Japan a short time, but I learned to work the register super fast. Hannah says that I soon could be the lead employee.
And notice that she has not let go of Obi's leg.
Huh? How dare you call me stupid?
now she's an angry drunk.
What's with that powerful aura?
And then before anything can happen, all we see is Lou and her blurred out fist going straight towards Obi's, basically her jaw, which is, I want to say, one of the best ways to knock somebody out.
Whoops.
And then, and then she just lightly taps Obi's face.
Huh?
And then the drunken blush on her face subsides. Lou is sober now.
Huh? What was I doing just now? Oh, my head really hurts. Who's that? Huh? Shin's there!
Oh, for crying out loud.
What are you doing? Where are we?
Is she sobering up?
Pulling punches on me. You've got some nerve. I can't remember the last time anyone's pushed me this far.
Uh-oh.
And then Obi looks like she's got like this dark aura around her. And then she screams out,
Well done! Huh?
Huh?
I love strong people. You're so thrilling.
and she just winds up hugging Lou, apparently.
So, can I go now?
And the henchman that had the chainsaw, he disappointingly goes like,
Let's do this again.
No!
and then we cut back to Sakamoto versus Boiled, and Boiled is getting worked.
My consciousness is fading.
And blood shoots out of his mouth and nose. Then he tries to get Sakamoto with the rocket punch, and Sakamoto breaks the whole gauntlet. He breaks the whole, just like with his bare hand. And the reason why you can tell that Sakamoto is vastly superior to Boiled in this state is because while Sakamoto's fist is completely steadfast with absolutely no part of him flinching, Boiled's hand kind of folds a little bit. Like his thumb is no longer braced under there. His hand is sort of slightly opened. It's kind of like when that dude tried to punch Wolverine's hand, but his hand was flat, but the dude messed up his hand because, Wolverine's bones are made out of the hardest material on Earth. It's basically like that. So his fists just buckle under the pressure, and his rocket punch gauntlet breaks.
This is Sakamoto, the greatest hitman of all time.
And Sakamoto just works all of them ribs. Bam, 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 It just peppers them ribs with punches. And while he tries to throw more bombs at Sakamoto, Sakamoto catches 2 of those bombs in his fingers. And Boyle's all like, How can Sakamoto be so strong even after retiring? And Sakamoto just drives these bombs directly in the face of Boiled. And then he speaks. Boiled, you're strong. Back in the day, I used my strength to hurt people too. But now I've decided to use it to protect the people I love. That's the source of my strength now. And he says this while Boiled is still reeling from having his own bombs blow up in his face. And while he's reeling from that and falling backwards, Sakamoto delivers the coup de grace. And sends him flying. And then we cut to a Ferris wheel.
Whoa, what a lovely view!
Right? It's beautiful. But you're more beautiful than the view.
Huh?
As this girl who currently has this dude that's apparently trying to, kiss her, we see Sakamoto and Hard Boiled flying through the air. Mind you, this is on a Ferris wheel. High up. And Sakamoto and Boiled are airborne all the way up there. And they go flying directly into a vacant Ferris wheel. What do you call that? Ferris wheel seat? Ferris wheel chamber? Cubby? I don't know what that's called. I've seen Ferris wheels, but is there a name for the seats? Are they just called seats? Booths? I don't know what they're called. They go flying into one of these booths, vacant booths, and you hear people screaming, and you have that dude going, what was that? And it cuts to Sakamoto and Boiled just sitting inside of this vacant car. Sakamoto is, fine, completely fine, whereas Hard Boiled is covered in scars everywhere. And Joker's still trying to light a cigarette while his whole head is just bleeding profusely. His clothes is all messed up. His pants is jacked up. Some of his beads is missing. His shirt is torn to pieces. He's missing a right sleeve. Glasses is broken. Glove is busted. Sakamoto, I was right. You're the epitome of Hard Boiled. And even though he tries to light a cigarette, the cigarette falls out of his mouth as he goes unconscious. Victor Taro Sakamoto. And that is the end of chapter 12. I like this series. I like this series a whole lot. I like it. But that's the end of chapter 12. Onwards to chapter... Hold on. It's supposed to be all the way up to 16, right? Yeah, chapter 13, then 14, 15, and 16. We're almost done, everybody. Days 13, video rental. Then we get Aoi, who wakes up, and Hana's there, and they're all sitting on a bench.
Oh gosh, I must have fallen asleep. Huh? Shin? And Lou?
Oh.
And it shows that Lou has been so deep in sleep that she was drooling over Shin's hoodie.
Where's Taro?
Watch your step, please. And then it cuts to one of the attendants who's there on the Ferris wheel, and he's just completely and utterly shocked as both Boiled and Sakamoto walk out of the destroyed booth. Give me a sec. I know I keep stepping away. It is a very busy. It is a very busy Monday for me. Don't you have extra last page? There are some funny stuff. It says Lou's drink has 55% alcohol content. Viz doesn't include like the extra little comic stuff. It just shows the main pages and that's it. That's the reason why when it comes to SBS for One Piece, I don't know it unless I actually get the physical volumes. Because Viz doesn't show those extra stuff. They just show like the regular stuff. But back to, we get to the attendant of the Ferris wheel as he goes, "Watch your step, please." "Huh? Sir? Are you all right? What happened?" As it shows Sakamoto and Boyle walking out of the destroyed booth that they were in. Oh, wait. That's a lady. I'm sorry, I couldn't tell. I'm sorry, my bad.
"Watch your step, please." Sir? Are you all right? What happened?"
"Listen, miss.
Yes?
It ain't tactful to ask an injured man how he got hurt."
I just want you to pay for the damages.
Oh,
And then it just shows. Then it just, he's all like, oh. Then it cuts to Boiled and Sakamoto in a different part of the park.
well, you got me good, Sakamoto. You win. I won't mess with you again. But from now on,
And Sakamoto's just getting food and he's not even listening.
you're not even listening. That looks good. Can I have one?
And then Sakamoto offers him one. And then Sakamoto just goes and just hands one to him.
Wow, I didn't mean to take yours.
The others are for my family.
Your family? You? A family man? It's like Taro Urashima from the fairy tale.
Who?
So what are you going to do about that price on your head? I won't bother you anymore, but other Donden Kai assassins will still be after you.
Well. And then. Oh my goodness. The worst possible person to walk in front of this conversation. No, he a dead man. Who is it that walks in front of Sakamoto and Hard Boiled that hears this whole conversation but Aoi herself? And there's just dead silence. It is just dead silence as Aoi, who has a shadow over her eyes, and she's got like, I wouldn't even call it nervous sweat bumps, but it's all like,
Oh, really? What was that? Price on your head?
and Sakamoto, who did at first look like a hard-boiled individual, his whole face is horrified. It's all like, ah,
Huh?
ah. And we got Boiled, and mind you, Obiguro is traveling with Lou and Hannah, and Lou doesn't want anything to do with her because she doesn't remember the whole altercation between her drunken state and Obiguro previously. But Obiguro will not leave her side because she enjoys her company. But now we have Boiled, Sakamoto, and Shin. And they all got their heads hung low. Look, don't mess with the wife. Don't mess with the wife. And then we have Lou going,
Let's go play over there, Hannah. I want cotton candy. She knows what she wants. She'll be a strong one.
and then Aoi is sitting adjacent from the three men, and she's just drinking her drink she has, but she's glaring at all of them with stare.
Well,
There's a price on my head. A number of assassins have already come after me. Today, too.
why didn't you tell me?
See, miss? Men ain't always the best communicators. Sakamoto here just really wanted you and the little one to have a carefree day at the park. Now, ain't that hard-boiled?
And who might you be?
The name's Boiled. I'm a professional assassin.
Do me a favor and stop trying to kill my husband.
Yes, ma'am.
I told you. Don't mess with the wife. Don't mess with the wife.
Yes, ma'am.
Honestly, did you really think I wouldn't find out?
I really didn't want you and Hannah to have to worry.
Aren't you forgetting something? Sakamoto Family Rules Article 12. No secrets.
I didn't know about those.
And this is Sakamoto, remember, like, yeah, these are the rules. So the fact that Shin doesn't even know that. And it says Article 12, no secrets, no lies. Where y'all get a book where it's just completely blank and you get to write these things out? Where can I get one?
Now, quit skulking and take care of it.
Huh? And Aoi just gives him the eyes and goes,
Okay, our talk is done.
Huh?
The parade's about to start.
Whoa. Sakamoto's wife is pretty hard-boiled.
and then Hannah goes,
Daddy, you lost weight.
because I don't think they see him in this state all this often. And then it just cuts to Sakamoto with Shin and Boiled and Obiguro just still chilling around them. Bruh, in any other series, it'll be like, yeah, we're gonna take our leave now, we're gonna go. But no, people are sticking around. They're sticking around a lot longer than I would normally see them stick around.
But, Mr. Sakamoto, how exactly are we going to take care of it?
We get the bounty lifted.
Is that possible?
I have to cut it off at the source.
That's bold. The association oversees the reward. Nobody knows who's behind it.
Come to think of it, my boss said he had connections to the association.
Then go ask your boss, Boiled.
That ain't my job. It's Mr. Boiled to you, punk.
Fine. First, we go see the Dondenkai boss.
So where's this boss of yours?
Huh?
We don't know where the boss is.
At headquarters, I guess, but we don't know where that is.
And then Shin just goes,
You're no help.
Quit depending on us for everything.
and then Sakamoto goes, it's okay. I have an idea.
Oh?
And then we're back in another place entirely. We're in Shinjuku. Hopefully we won't see any showdowns here lately. But Sakamoto's back to his usual fat self again.
Boy, I haven't been to Shinjuku in a while.
The boss gained his weight back in one day.
They were an odd pair, huh?
Good riddance.
So, where to now?
Quit asking. Wait.
So where to now?
Quit asking questions and just follow Mr. Sakamoto.
And they're just going through an alleyway, and they're going deeper and deeper and deeper.
Here.
Huh? A video rental place?
I'm surprised it doesn't say Blockbuster.
Let's go.
Huh?
Whoa! Welcome, Mr. Sakamoto. Long time no see.
Looks like a regular video store to me.
And Sakamoto waves and goes, how can I help you today?
Do you have a movie about the Dodenkai? The latest one, if possible.
If I'm not mistaken, it should be in the violence section. And mind you, this dude doesn't look like he's Jamaican, but I just want to give him that accent. If I'm not mistaken, it should be in the violence section. And they go to the violence section of the movie theater.
Let's see. C, D, do.
They really have one. Oh wait, this is Shin. Yeah, I think this is Shin. Or no, oh no, it's Sakamoto.
C, D, do.
They really have one.
What is that? Dondenkai the movie? Sounds interesting.
Mr. Sakamoto, what is this place?
An information bank. They sell all sorts of information here in the form of movies.
Why movies?
I knew something funny was going on. Who rents VHS tapes nowadays?
Only enthusiasts.
The viewing room is in this way. The viewing room is this way.
Presenting the Dodenkai, distributed by Murder Films. Dodenkai, an agency of more than 50 professional assassins. Our story begins with a single assassin. What a great building. Let's set up our headquarters here.
Aha! That's their HQ!
Good idea.
Don't die on me. Not so loud, meathead.
And then it rolls the credits.
That was so moving!
And Sakamoto fell asleep after eating copious amounts of popcorn. How many buckets is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 buckets of popcorn! 6 buckets! Buckets. I didn't say like a little bag. I didn't say like the ones you get at the concession stands where they encourage you to get the larger size. This joker had 6 buckets of popcorn. Where you putting all them? Where you putting all the popcorns? I'm just wondering.
Wow, that twist at the end was unexpected. It was subtle, but the unique camera work and use of color was astonishingly blah 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 blah.
It literally goes off with Shin just mumbling to himself like this dude must have read. This dude is another Midoriya just going off on a whole tangent. That'll be 756,000 yen.
Expensive!
Charge it.
Right.
You got this covered?
Yeah, I still have savings from the old days. Seems like you got some troubles these days, Mr. Sakamoto. Are you returning to this world? And he's the dude is all like, are you working again? Evening, John.
Evening, Jimmy.
Noise complaint?
Noise complaint?
Noise complaint. You working again?
No, I'm just sorting some stuff out.
I gotta watch through all the John Wick films again. Seems like you've got some troubles these days, Mr. Sakamoto. Are you returning to this world? No, just a random errand. And then the guy just looks back, and then he goes, as they all prepare to leave, well, be careful. Some old buddies might pop up.
What do you mean?
Sorry, that movie's not available yet. That's all I can say for now. Come again. And they leave. And when they go to the building where this supposed HQ for the Dondenkai is supposed to be, they all like take that hero stance and with Shin going,
so this is Dondenkai headquarters.
As much as we can help it, we want to avoid a fight. This is a stealth mission.
As Sakamoto and Shin put on literal stealth gear, where Sakamoto changes his regular glasses for another pair of glasses that look exactly the same. And that's the end of chapter 13. Onwards to chapter 14. We are almost done with this volume. Days 14, Stealth Mission.
Dondenkai headquarters.
So, have you heard? It's about the big Dondenkai job right now.
Sakamoto's assassination, right? I hear the bounty's crazy high.
Yep. Not that it has anything to do with a couple of newbies at the bottom like us.
Right. I hear Boyle got taken down.
For real?
And I'm out for sure.
Then I'm out for sure.
Uh-huh. And then it shows a rope falling towards this guy's neck, and it's Shin who proceeds to yank him and try and knock him out.
You're right. Better to not go looking for trouble.
And this dude gets knocked out, and while that's happening, like he's taking like a full-on fiber wire and just pulling this dude just right behind him.
Eh?
And he looks back and notices that his friend he was just talking to is gone. But Sakamoto is right behind him, and they are completely unconscious.
Infiltration achieved.
And they just just put on the stealth gear. What was it even for? What was it even for if you, as soon as you get in the building, you just take it right off? Y'all just got in the building. What was dressing up for?
Infiltration achieved.
Huh? You're tossing your jacket?
I got bored of it.
Huh. So where's the boss?
Oh, come on. Didn't you pay attention to that movie? It was pricey. The boss is on the top floor. The only way up is the employee elevator, but it's heavily guarded.
So how do we get there?
From the second floor window, we can climb up the outside, like they did in the movie. Right, Mr. Sakamoto?
I fell asleep too.
And it cuts to them just climbing the building outside. This is a very big building. They are physically climbing the building from the outside using the suction cup grips.
It's so high!
Shh. And they're right next to a window, and someone goes over while Shin is it's in the bathroom, and someone's in the bathroom, and Shin is looking in, and as he goes,
He's our ticket in.
huh? And the dude opens up the door, gun in hand, going, "What's going on? There's nobody here." Sheesh. As they were apparently hiding on top of the window. And Sakamoto just swings his fat little body inside of there and just lands on the ground completely quietly. Huh? And before he can do anything, Sakamoto takes his taser gun and just fries the dude. He is subdued non-lethally.
Haven't seen you use that in a while.
I was having it repaired. And then it cuts to another room where someone is apparently watching all the security cameras. And, huh? What's this? And the security feeds are being turned off one by one. Then the door opens up, and Sakamoto, standing in the doorway like Kratos from 2018's God of War, he's just standing there. Huh? Who's there? And before he could say anything, Shin just chops him in the back of the neck and knocks him out completely. I still, to this day, don't know how it's possible for someone to just get knocked out that way. To this day, I don't know the mechanics behind hitting someone in the throat that they just get knocked out like that. I don't know. But Lou's enjoying herself.
This is fun! It's like we're spies!
This is no stupid game.
Also says that Shin is having fun. Totally having fun.
So far, so good.
Well, be careful. Some old buddies might pop up. And this is the caretaker for the video store, echoing in Sakamoto's mind. And he's just thinking to himself, 5 hours earlier at the White Tower. Yo, Nagumo, is it true that you met up with Sakamoto? And Nagumo is there. Huh? Sakamoto? Man, I haven't heard that name in ages. I wonder how he's doing. Don't play me for a fool. You wanna die? Yo. That's not important now. The master will be here soon. Oh wait, let me just describe what's going on. Nagumo is in this very highly detailed room. This is a giant double spread panel where these 4 people, Nagumo included, are sitting at a table eating and drinking, and one dude has like this mask on his face, at least it looks like a mask, and his hair is pulled up in like tassels a little bit, but it's like they're ending in points. Then another dude is across from him drinking some wine, and he's got like a big scar that's right next to his face. And then a woman is sitting at the end of the table opposite of Nagumo, and she's just dressed in all black and black lace stuff, and with a veil over the top of her head, like a see-through hood over the top of her head. Don't play me for a fool. You wanna die? Hio, that's not important now. The master will be here soon. And the woman doesn't say anything. Think I care? I don't trust this guy. Careful now. Let's save the knives for the main dish. Some people need to learn to chill, right, Osagi? Have some water or something. So we get the name of the lady who's off to the side. And she doesn't say anything.
Mr. Shishiba, you might not want to eat that.
It's Chef. You cold? And then all of a sudden, he calls the chef over and stabs the chef to death with a knife. You just see the knife go in his ear. He just kills the head chef. Why are there onions in the risotto? And the blood is just splattering everywhere across, and one gets on Osaragi, one on Osaragi's face a little bit, and she just wipes it away. And the head chef is screaming as he's being stabbed to death. And then someone walks in. I appreciate you all gathering here today. Oh wait, this is an old dude. I appreciate you all gathering here today. My name is Iria.
I am the communications coordinator of the Association of Assassins. It is a tremendous honor to meet the full roster of esteemed Order members. This ain't the full roster. Where the other four?
Well, as for 3 of them, this is typical, but it ain't normal for old Takamura not to show. Maybe he's busy. Nah, he's too senile. How old is he again?
Let's get down to business. To defeat the Huns. I'm sorry. Allow me to present your new assignment as the frontline defense of the association. Recently, an unknown killer has taken out a string of association assassins. There have been more than 30 incidents so far, costing us more than 300 million yen. The association requests that all of you address this matter with the greatest alacrity. In the name of the Order.
There's an unknown killer out there killing other assassins, and it's not Sakamoto. That's interesting. Meanwhile,
Mr. Sakamoto, something's weird! It's only on this floor, but I can't hear a single enemy's voice!
Is this detector broken again?
I heard that!
we're here. And Sakamoto and them get to this door. That's concerning, though. That's concerning that they haven't heard that Shin, who's capable of reading multiple minds all at once. Like, we just saw the chapter where he was trying to read all those different minds all at once when he was fighting Tatsu. But now all of a sudden, he's in a building that's supposed to be the headquarters for the Dondenkai, and he doesn't hear anyone. But they get towards these 2 double doors, and they open it up as Shin goes, "What?" And it's a whole... Oh. Remember how it said 5 hours earlier? Yeah, 5 hours later. The reason why the voices are all silent is because Nagumo killed everyone in the building. Everyone in this room, they're all dead. They are all dead. And Nagumo's just chilling. Hey there, Sakamoto. Nagumo. And that's the end of the chapter. Bruh, why did he kill everybody? That's the end of chapter 14. Onwards to chapter 15. Almost done. Hold on. Okay. Days 15. Initiation. And we got a color cover spread of everyone wielding guns, except Lu is using a water gun, while Sakamoto and Shin are using guns. Kind of reminds me a little bit of, not Reservoir Dogs, but Pulp Fiction, just a little bit. Hey, Sakamoto. Nagumo. Oopsie, caught in the act.
What are you doing here?
Behold all of the Dodenkai elite, including the boss. I killed them.
What?
Sorry, Sakamoto. I'm afraid you have to die too. And then Sakamoto is, like taken aback because Nagumo is suddenly gone. Like he murdered everyone in the Dondenkai, including the boss. He murdered everybody in here. And then he's just gone from sight. And before Shin can do anything, Nagumo is behind. Nagumo is behind Shin, and he takes a knife as Shin goes, "Huh? So fast!" And then all of a sudden, we see Shin embed this knife into Nagumo's throat. And everyone is shocked, and Nagumo, and then Shin is holding his throat going, huh? Just kidding. Gotcha, didn't I? And Sakamoto wasn't fooled at all. But Lu, She's sweating bullets, and so is Shin. They actually thought they were gonna die. And then Lu and Shin start beating up on Nagumo with her going, I just happen to have some business with the Donin. Oh wait, that's him. That's him saying it. They start beating up on Nagumo as he continues going, I just happen to have some business with the Doninkai myself. When I got here, they were already dead.
Why didn't you just say that?
So he didn't kill them. Someone else did. Yo! He's just here to investigate. Someone already killed them before Sakamoto and everyone got there. Because those look like very fresh kills. Very fresh kills. So someone killed them while they were there or just before they got there.
Your sense of humor is...
Hold on, I want to make sure there's no pieces of food because I don't want it flying into my pop filter.
Your sense of humor is messed up! Gah!
I'm sorry.
I still don't know what to make of this dude.
What kind of business?
An investigation. So it's a confirmation. He was investigating. There's been a number of assassins being massacred lately by some unknown perp.
Assassins being massacred? What's so unusual about that?
Oh, it's common for assassins to fight and kill each other, but this is much more than that. 30 groups with deep ties to the association have been hit, and more than 100 professional assassins have been slaughtered in just a few months. It's clearly some kind of message to the association.
More than 100 killings? That's like a quarter of the assassin industry.
The perp always leaves an X at the scene of the slaughter, so we've been calling them X.
We?
The Order's on the case?
Yes.
That blonde guy said something about the Order too. Who are they?
And then Nagumo and Sakamoto just look in their direction. The Order is a special force within the association. They're the elite killing squad of the assassin world. They're charged with maintaining the order of the assassin world when friction within the industry is deemed problematic by the association. So, we get Osaragi, that one lady that has the lace and veil. We get the one loud dude. Hio. I think his name is Hio. And then we get Sakamoto, who's in the front of this group, Nagumo, and then, of course, the dude that had, like, the scar on his chin. I forgot his name. Please forgive me. But, yeah, they are the elite hit squad of the assassin worlds. They are the assassin's world's greatest assassins. They are the professional hitman of the hitman world. They're charged with maintaining the order of the assassin world when friction within the industry is deemed problematic by the association. As you probably know, Sakamoto here is a former Order member.
What? I didn't know either.
And this is something that Sakamoto hasn't even told Shin and Lu, because he's kind of sweating a little bit like, oh great, now they know that I'm a former member of the Order. Anyway, Sakamoto, you guys should watch out for X2.
We're not assassins anymore.
Why should we watch for an assassin killer?
Yeah, we're busy dealing with this dumb bounty issue. This totally throws a wrench in our investigation.
Huh? She's totally unfazed by the corpses.
Well, I don't know much about it, but I can tell you one thing. The killing started at around the same time the bounty was put on Sakamoto's head. What? The killings for the association was started around the same time they put a bounty on Sakamoto? So what they trying to say? Are they trying to implicate that Sakamoto may be the one going around killing people? But the Sakamoto family rules. What? And then we cut to a building. And it's someone reading a book of beginning illustration. Anyone can do it. Literally drawing for dummies.
When we view a scene with both eyes, our brains automatically reconcile the different perspectives. It's important to step back from our work to check for symmetry. Now that I look at it,
the balance is slightly off. As we have this person drawing an X on a wall in blood amidst an entire building full of corpses. Great. The assassin killer is horrible at drawing and needs a beginner's guide to know how to do it perfectly. Great. We got a killer Picasso, and he's an expert in baby's first drawing. Great. But we cut to the Sakamoto building again as Shin and Sakamoto are just chilling, but they're still thinking about everything that just happened.
Whew. So in the end, we're back to square one.
That was a waste of energy.
Gah! So where's Sakamoto? You're dead meat, chump. Another one? We've sure had a lot today.
This one? No, press the button right next to that one.
And Lou is telling Hannah to press a button because they got traps. They got traps inside of the grocery store. They got traps inside of the grocery store. Hold on. Hi, bro. I am from India. Give me 500 rupees. I will do your subscribe one. See my massage. No. Who are you? Ravi, good to see you. I ain't got no money for you. Still on volume 1. Maybe next time I'll catch up. Yeah, we're on volume 2. I don't want you to get spoiled on anything, Ravi. I don't want you to get spoiled on anything. But Lou has got Hannah pressing buttons that are dropping traps and different things on all these assassins who are trying to, get Sakamoto.
Lou, your turn to take out the trash.
Nope, I'm exempt because I'm playing with Hana today. This can't keep happening. It sure is hard getting rid of that bounty thing.
Mrs. Owie.
At least we've been selling a lot of band-aids and bandages. Our profits have gone up a bit, but so I guess it's fine.
And Hannah's going outside. This girl is too precious. She's going outside giving band-aids to all the people who failed to kill Sakamoto.
Here, I'll put a band-aid on for you.
Thanks, Missy.
Your dad sure is tough.
There's a line of assassins. There's a line of assassins outside who keep getting beaten up by Sakamoto and everyone else in the traps. And Hannah's going out there handing out and giving band-aids to all of them. This little girl is to be protected. Precious! But then we get the words of Nagumo again.
I'll tell you another thing, Sakamoto. If you had a hard time contending with the likes of Boiled, you're in trouble. Your skills have really atrophied during your 5-year hiatus.
If we don't know what we're up against, the best thing we can do is get strong enough so that we're prepared for anything.
In other words, rehabilitation.
And then it cuts to Sakamoto, who immediately speeds off down the road, outpacing every car on the road, and he has Hannah with him. Because apparently he's taking her to school. He's moving so fast, he's leaving a literal dust cloud trail behind him. You're
early today, Hana. Well, good for you.
We stayed under the speed limit.
And this is Sakamoto just speeding all the way. And then we get Shin.
I've got to do my part in order to better support Mr. Sakamoto. What I need is to further hone my mind-reading skills.
Gosh, what a long list.
Here you go.
What? Creepy.
Shin, do not read the minds of women who are just trying to shop. Okay. Back to it. Shin, you should not be reading the mind of women to get their stuff all ready because it's going to make you look creepy.
Here you go.
What? Creepy. Wow, they're both really working hard. I want to do something too.
And this is Lou.
You're stronger when you're drunk. You should just drink all the time.
Huh? Really? That's it. That's it. My training is to drink like a fish.
1 pork bun, please.
Coming right up.
And it shows Lou just slamming a bottle over the head of someone who's merely just trying to buy something in the store.
Lou!
And this is Aoi.
How did they know?
Sure, you're bleeding copiously from your forehead. Eek! Oh no! Shin!
Here's a bandage.
And then it shows Sakamoto showing right back at the grocery store again. That and the fact that this dude was also an assassin, and Lou just instinctively slammed a bottle over his head. And that's the end of chapter 15. Man, there's a lot going on. There's a lot going on right now. But that's 15. Now we move on to the last chapter for today's reading. Day 16, Department Store War.
Limited edition sugar backpacks. Be the most popular kid in your class.
Know what? When I go to school, I really want a sugar backpack. But those are limited edition, sweetie. Limited edition?
And Sakamoto is still just chowing down on tons and tons of food.
They're probably really popular and hard to find.
What?
And then Sakamoto immediately spins around and gets on his phone and goes, "It's me." He is immediately trying to get this backpack for his daughter. I know that's what he's doing. And now it just shows Shin and Sakamoto at a department store.
Are we going shopping at a department store today, Mr. Sakamoto?
This isn't just shopping. This is a crucial mission. Acquire backpack for Hana.
Mission priority, acquire backpack.
Oh, right. Hannah's starting grade school soon. Time sure flies. Soon she'll be in junior high. Guys will start hitting on her.
And then it shows Sakamoto thinking about killing any guy that tries to get close to his daughter. Completely understandable.
No, that's going too far, even if it's in your head.
It literally shows him putting a bullet through the guy's brain just trying to talk to Hana.
Gotcha. A super rare limited edition backpack. So that's why you put in that call to an informant.
The same dude they spoke to at the video store.
Well, we'll be sure to get one. Hey, look, that must be the backpack section.
And they get there, and there are people literally going full-on Black Friday over in that direction because of the back-to-school event.
Huh? Attention shoppers! We only have a limited number of sugar backpacks. There are only 20. No pushing, please. Nice and...
And then people literally just start throwing hands with each other in an instant.
Move! Out of my way! You're dead, mate! You turd! What the heck? Whew. Are you two here for those backpacks too? Look, for your own good, don't bother. Those sugar backpacks are top-of-the-line character backpacks. Everyone wants one. Parents all over Japan are risking life and limb. Getting one for your kid is the highest status symbol for parents can...
And it shows... Don't worry, I see it. I see it. Okay, going back to it. And it shows Sakamoto and Shin leaving before this dude can even finish his sentence, with Sakamoto going, "Let's go."
Right.
And Shin takes off, and he pushes through the crowd, and he reaches towards one of these sugar backpacks. But before he can get there, not only does one person grab his arm from one side, but a little old lady goes, "Move!" and proceeds to forcibly elbow this dude in his face, to the point where he actually coughed up a little blood.
You old hag. Was that an elbow?
Don't underestimate grannies, kiddo.
I have to get that backpack for my grandchild.
My precious baby. Don't worry. Mama's gonna get one for you no matter what. As a backpack otaku, I must have one for my collection.
Everyone's thoughts are so loud. My head's splitting. Their determination is too intense.
And apparently Shin gets mind overload. And he starts literally throwing up because there's so many incredibly emotional thoughts going through his head right now that he literally can't handle it. And then Sakamoto just thinks, move. And then it cuts to the old lady. Then when it cuts to the old lady, she apparently hears or senses Sakamoto and he goes, when it comes to my kid, nobody is more determined than me.
Wow, you've got quite the aura. This tubby could be a real contender.
For better or worse, there's only one left.
And Sakamoto grabs onto it while multiple people start grabbing all over his body. Even one person starts grabbing his entire face fat and starts pulling on it. But he's not letting go.
Mr. Sakamoto!
Drop the backpack, fatso! Hand it over, Porky! Wow, he's pretty tough! Kill!
They're not only punching they get him in a headlock. One lady, the same one that elbowed Shin, gets him in a headlock. Then proceeds to just straight up jab him in the face. No, full on Mike Tyson stance, jab him in the face. And then another one takes a chair and slams him over the head with it. Sakamoto flashes back to his assassin training when he had to fend off a school of bloodthirsty sharks at a depth of 100 meters. And while Sakamoto's getting beat up, wow, it's crazy how these are the first people to cause Sakamoto to bleed this much. While there was a little blood on his forehead when he fought Boiled, he's spewing out more blood and getting injured more here by these old ladies than he did versus any other assassin he's fought before. And while this is going, Sakamoto is holding onto the backpack while one lady's pulling him by the hair and the others are pulling his face fat in different directions, and another one is holding back Shin. And then as it subsides, it shows that Sakamoto survived the encounter. But he's still holding onto the backpack and goes, "Give this to Hana."
Mr. Sakamoto, you still haven't paid for it?
Huh, you win, big boy. What a man. If I were 5 years younger, I'd date him.
I don't think 5 years younger would have affected anything because you would still be old.
Those grannies were really something.
I have a point card.
And the lady who's supposed to be paying for... I have words about this cashier. This cashier sees Sakamoto's face, sees him covered in blood, and she screams while tossing away the backpack in the opposite direction across the mall. She didn't know. It's not her fault she has a poor countenance, but you couldn't just keep your composure for just 5 seconds? Just, and I say this when I'm holding up 3 fingers. For 5 seconds, you couldn't keep your composure just a little bit? And she tosses it all the way out of the building. And then it rebounds off of an escalator and starts flying through the rest of the mall.
I'm sorry!
But Sakamoto and Shin are already moving at high speeds to catch it. And Sakamoto is literally grinding down the railing for the escalator.
Yikes!
Excuse us!
And then as it gets towards the bottom of the escalator, Sakamoto jumps off towards it, but an old lady pushing one of her chairs walks in front of him, and Sakamoto has to adjust his trajectory to keep from hitting the old lady, because the old lady goes,
"Oh goodness, what a lively young person."
And he jumps even higher to keep from hitting this old lady and goes flying into the department store on the other side of the mall.
Mr. Sakamoto! Where is it? I've never seen him this desperate. Mr. Sakamoto, why are you doing this to yourself?
When I go to school, I really want a sugar backpack.
And Shin reads his mind to realize that's the reason why Sakamoto is doing this. And then, not only that, but we're also seeing Sakamoto's memories. Like, he's seeing Sakamoto's memories of when Hana was first born.
It's a girl, sweetie. Here, take her.
Me? But I don't...
Come on.
And then Sakamoto is holding his newborn daughter. And Sakamoto, his heart is pumping, his heart is thumping, and then Hana's just looking at him with like baby eyes, and then she just starts smiling and laughing. And then Sakamoto, his eyes just start tearing up.
No way. Are you crying?
And this is Aoi. And then he's sniffing. When she laughed, it was like a flower bloomed.
Huh. It's not like you to wax poetic. Well, how about we name her Hana, because her smiling face is a flower.
And that's, now we know why he goes so hard for his family and his daughter.
Gosh, now I really get how much Mr. Sakamoto cherishes Anna. Oh, Mr. Sakamoto, it landed on that railing!
And then it shows a person standing there, and he just puts his elbow up and knocks the backpack off the railing. And Sakamoto jumps off after it. Okay, so you ever been to a mall? The sad part, people actually get critically injured or died when Black Friday and Christmas season comes around. Yes, because people don't know how to have self-control at all, which is insane, by the way. But he jumps... Okay, so who's been to like a multi-level mall that has like 1, 2, maybe even 3 floors, and it is high up? It is high up. It is very high up. Actually, 1, 2, 3 floors, but they're big floors. And he jumps down after it. Towards the backpack.
Mr. Sa!
And then Sakamoto grabs the backpack. And then holds on to like this big giant cloth banner that's flowing down, like hanging down in the middle of the atrium. And he skids all the way down to the bottom, and then there's this big loud crash as he lands on the ground.
Mr. Sakamoto!
That big guy's crazy. Hold that for a backpack.
And Sakamoto is standing there, bloodied and bruised and everything, but at least he got the backpack.
My daughter wants it. Nothing matters more than that. Taro Sakamoto, the legendary father!
Then we get to the opening ceremony of Hana going to grade school, and she's wearing the sugar backpack.
I can't believe you managed to get one of those backpacks. Wasn't it hard?
And it shows Sakamoto, whose his entire head is just covered in bandages, leaving only space for his mustache, his little mustache, and his glasses to stick through.
I happened to find one at the first shop I tried.
Is that so? Hey, girlie! Huh? Nice backpack. Looks great, and you're cute. Want to be my girlfriend? My name is Hana.
And Sakamoto is already having fatherly thoughts about this little boy just walking up to his daughter on the first day of school into grade school and offering her a flower and saying, like, you want to be my girlfriend? And he's already beside himself.
The boss seems irritated today.
And this is Lou.
He's been polishing his gun ever since they got back from Hana's first day of school.
Sweetie, you have to let her go!
And Sakamoto is just constantly checking his guns. He's cleaning it. He's looking in, making sure that the chamber is empty and there's no jams. He's just constantly cleaning his guns. The very thought about a boy going up to his daughter is happening, and she's not even like a junior high student yet. She's a grade school student, and he's already in full father mode. Next chapter hits at that time when the chapter hit. We're done, ladies and gentlemen. This has been volume 2 of Sakamoto Days. Hold on, let me just make sure. Let me make sure. It's supposed to be from 8 to 16. Yep, we are done with volume 2 of Sakamoto Days. This was an incredibly fun volume to read. Finding out about the Dodenkai, finding out that there's a killer out there killing professional killers, and has been putting a real dent in their operations lately, known as X of some kind. Not only that, but we're getting more moments with Sakamoto, finding out that he used to be part of the Order, which is essentially, basically the high echelon of the big assassin hit squads. The assassin hit squad for assassins. The assassins have has a higher grade of assassins in this world. We got to see Hard-Boiled and Obiguro and Tatsu, finding out his name, finding out more about who these members of the Order are, and that Sakamoto used to be a part of them, and that is just like learning so many things about Sakamoto, but also, you know, the fact that things are going to be getting much more dangerous for Sakamoto simply because there's an assassin killer out there. And now Nagumo is currently investigating them. This was a very good volume to read. Oh, I can't wait for the next one, but that'll be next Monday. So to everyone who showed up here today, let me see. Psycho, Skip, Snow, Dragon Emperor, I love me. You better love yourself. You better love yourself. Ravi, and I think that's it. That other person there was saying, like, give me money. No. Who are you? How you gonna ask for money and you just showed up here? Go away. The nerve of some people. But that's it for volume 2. Thank you guys for stopping by today's session. Apologies for any technical difficulties or me having to step away. It's been a very busy Monday. But can't wait to see you guys again tomorrow, because we're continue Elden Ring and Shadow of the Erd Tree. Because we still need to find ourselves some more Skadu Tree fragments. Because brother needs them. Brother needs them if you're gonna need to survive. And we'll talk more about Elden Ring once we get to our session tomorrow. Lord said the same. But I'm done for today. All I can say to you is, hope you all enjoyed. Can't wait to see you all in my next video. Like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already, because I am always looking forward to entertaining you. So have a fantastic day, and once again, as always, later, peoples!